Meet the Rivera family. Maria and Daniel both work full-time, raising two young children while trying to keep up with bills, school activities, and the daily chaos of family life. On the surface, they seem to have it all under control. Steady jobs, a roof over their heads, and a comfortable routine. But one evening, while reviewing their finances together, they realized something unsettling. Despite earning steadily for years, their savings had barely grown. Little by little, unnoticed habits, the way they handled money day to day, were quietly shaping the future they would leave for their children. Maria paused and said, "It's not about how much we earn. It's about what we do every single day." That simple realization changed how they thought about money, responsibility, and the legacy they were building for their kids. Today, I'm going to show you how your daily habits, even the ones that seem harmless, directly impact whether your children grow up financially secure. More importantly, it'll give you a clear, practical framework to make choices that protect their future. Your daily habits are far more powerful than any paycheck. It's not that earning more isn't helpful, but consistent small decisions repeated day after day quietly determine whether your children inherit financial stability or stress. One area where this becomes obvious is the way families upgrade their devices. Most households replace phones, tablets, or computers every couple of years. On the surface, it seems reasonable. The old device feels slow or outdated, and the new one promises slightly better performance. Yet over 2 decades, these frequent upgrades can quietly drain tens of thousands of dollars. Replacing a $1,000 phone every 2 years adds up to $10,000 over 20 years. By comparison, waiting 6 years between upgrades reduces the total cost to about $3,000. That simple decision frees up $7,000, which, if invested at a modest 7% annual growth, becomes roughly $27,000 over 20 years. That's real usable money for your children's education, their first car, or even an emergency fund, all built from slowing down one habitual choice. Subscriptions operate the same way, often unnoticed until the impact is large. Many families pay for multiple streaming services, fitness apps, or software platforms. $30 here, $15 there, might feel insignificant monthly, but these small amounts accumulate. $30 per month adds to $360 per year. Invested consistently over 20 years at 7% growth, that $360 per year can grow to more than $14,000. The growth is compounded quietly. You don't need to add more. The consistent habit does the work. The key lesson is not to remove all comfort from your life, but to make intentional choices about which subscriptions add value and which are just quietly draining resources that could otherwise build long-term security. Lifestyle inflation is another subtle trap. When income rises, spending often rises automatically. Bigger vacations, slightly higher grocery bills, new school activities, or minor home improvements become normalized without conscious evaluation. This isn't inherently bad, enjoying what you earn is important, but if it happens automatically, it can prevent wealth accumulation. A $200 monthly increase in grocery bills and a $1,500 vacation twice a year totals $5,400 extra spent per year. Invested at 7% growth over 20 years, that amount could grow to over $220,000. These are real numbers quietly disappearing because spending habits weren't actively managed. Even smaller daily convenience habits matter. Weekly takeout meals at $50 per week may feel minor, yet over a year, they total $2,600. Adding delivery fees of $10 per month brings the annual total to $2,720. Consistently investing that amount at 7% for 20 years grows to over $110,000. Small choices repeated consistently are what determine long-term financial outcomes. This is why reviewing daily habits, even those that feel trivial, can create a substantial difference in the future financial opportunities available to your children. Social comparison also plays a role. It's natural to notice peers' homes, cars, or lifestyle choices, but letting that drive your own spending can quietly erode financial stability. Spending $300 a year on things to keep up with social trends may seem insignificant, yet invested over 20 years at 7% growth, it could become $14,000. Multiple small expenses influenced by comparison can compound into tens of thousands. lost from the future financial foundation you could have built. Understanding opportunity cost is essential for putting these lessons into perspective. Every dollar spent unnecessarily is a dollar that could be redirected toward your children's financial security. For instance, redirecting $300 a month from unnecessary subscriptions or convenience spending equals $3,600 annually. Over 20 years at 7% growth, this could accumulate to $147,000. Saving $50 a week from takeout adds up to $2,600 a year, growing to $110,000 in 20 years. Slowing upgrades by 6 years instead of 2 can free up $7,000, which grows to $27,000. When you combine all these small, intentional changes, the potential long-term impact exceeds $280,000, all without earning more, just by adjusting habits. To help put these principles into action, consider this 5-question framework for every financial decision. First, ask, do I really need this, or am I acting out of habit or convenience? Second, consider how much this will cost if repeated over 10 or 20 years. Third, ask whether redirecting this money could grow into a significant fund for your children. Fourth, evaluate whether the decision is intentional or simply following default behavior. Fifth, reflect on whether the choice strengthens stability, opportunity, and security for your family. This framework creates conscious awareness in decision-making, turning daily choices into deliberate steps toward financial safety. The broader point is that financial security is not the result of one big paycheck or a single windfall. It is built quietly, consistently, day by day. By slowing upgrade cycles, reviewing subscriptions, avoiding lifestyle drift, limiting small convenience spending, and resisting social comparison, families can intentionally shift resources toward their children's future. Each small decision may seem insignificant alone, but repeated over decades, these choices compound into tangible security, providing educational opportunities, emergency funds, and financial freedom. Even modest adjustments in daily spending cultivate habits children can witness and learn from. When children see intentional financial choices modeled, they internalize the value of patience, evaluation, and disciplined stewardship. This modeling creates a foundation for long-term stability that extends beyond immediate dollars and cents. Your children begin to understand not only the mechanics of money, but also the mindset of intentional, responsible decision-making, the true foundation of financial security. The most important takeaway is this: daily habits, not income alone, determine whether children inherit a life of stability or stress. Consistent small adjustments in upgrades, subscriptions, lifestyle spending, and daily conveniences compound over time into substantial outcomes. By becoming intentional about spending, families can create a secure, resilient financial future for their children without drastic sacrifices. Each conscious decision sends a ripple effect into decades of opportunity, providing freedom, flexibility, and peace of mind for the next generation. This approach does not rely on hype, rapid wealth schemes, or risky investments. It emphasizes consistent, manageable choices and the power of compound growth. With intentionality and patience, families can see the cumulative impact of their decisions, understanding that stability and opportunity are built incrementally, one small, deliberate step at a time. By embedding this mindset into everyday life, parents can confidently make decisions that align with long-term goals. Savings, investments, and even small habit adjustments are not just financial exercises. They are tools to shape the life children will inherit. Teaching awareness, evaluating each decision, and redirecting resources strategically are what convert routine choices into long-term advantages. The real power is in repetition and reflection, ensuring that day-to-day financial behavior aligns with the vision of security and opportunity for your children.